Okay, welcome back to today's class. Today is day number 8 in the 4th week of the semester, CISG 113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. I'm glad at the beginning of the class, I received quite a number of questions from different students concerning your assignment, which is due by this weekend and extended to next Monday. So you have 2 full days time to submit your work. And please be patient a little bit, because today's class has a very important role to help you understand the nature of our assignment. It's not the kind of assignment that you can find some answer from the textbook or just from the web. It's the kind of assignment which asks of you your ability in information literacy. Okay, there's no unique answer, but you need to go through a discovery process. And that is exactly what we are going to go through today. It's very important you understand the nature of your assignment. It's by itself is a research assignment. So without much ado, I will reserve about 15 to 20 minutes time towards the end of the class to help answer individual questions, to bring you back to the assignment, but understand the nature of this assignment. And this work will help you understand it much more precisely. Let's go for information literacy. Remember, when you watch the first video, ask of yourself in the past 4 weeks, when you deal with a topic of interest that we suggest you to do on each week's reading list, have you gone through those important steps? If not, you need to go back to see why and in what way have you missed them, all right? So, oh yes, information literacy means living in the 21st century where we are so much used to using our web and mobile devices to get in touch with one another. We are often faced with one important challenge that is called information overload. We have too much information, right? So how are we going to deal with them? And there is a process for us to sort out something good from something that are not relevant enough. And so your ability to deal with different types of informations in order to solve a problem in the specific case of your upcoming submissions of your assignment, you have to exercise your ability to manage information well. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, you've just gone through a review of this very important technique, or better say skill. It's a lifelong learning skill called information literacy. And you understand from this video the meaning of discover. And each of these letters, D for define, I for inquiry, right? S for what? Search. C for collect. O for organize. V for verify. And then E to express yourself. And finally, R for reflect. So when you do your journals in the past 3 weeks, well, based on the syllabus, it is expected, but it's not compulsory, okay? That you do 1 journal per week. And when you do your journal, the starting point is you go through the reading list, which normally contain a number of questions. And to me, as I said to you, it represents a topic of interest, okay? And then you select a question, and altogether the 9th question in the past, in the first 4 weeks of the reading list, and select 1 question per week, and you will go through the OIA process. The OIA process is basically like a discover method, where you have to define what you want to study based on the question you choose. And that's why we say that when I illustrate to you the writing of the journal, do you have a personalized question? Okay? So if you have a personalized question to start with, after you select a specific question on a specific week's reading list, then the next thing you need to do as a teacher to give you a number of sources for you to study at least 1. And from that 1 source, you try to discover more in terms of, well, do I find resources based on what I define as my interest? Then, can you inquire on a little bit more sources by going through the list of other sources and select something more? And you go through the discovery process. And then, the most important thing about this is, when you come to the interpretation step, after you gather those informations, you must try to make sense of the information gathered from the source. And if you discover that they do not seem to be connected with one another well, what are you going to do? In your interpretation, you must ask the questions. Am I going in the right directions? Should I look for some other sources to come up with the stories of my own when I'm trying to share with my public what I discover? Okay, so when you go through the discovery process, it's a very interesting process of discovering, okay, what you want to get across to your learning partner and what you want to get across to the whole class when you write a report. The reports might be that long, just 4 to 5 pages per topic, together with the report of your partner, another 4 to 5 pages per topic, including the observations, the notes you take from the source, or the notes you take from several other sources. The question you pose, the interpretations, and the lessons you learn in your applications. We want to be very much concise. And then it's very easy to be trapped into the game of copy and paste. Oh, I got something here, I just copy and paste into my journals, and then I pass my journal to my learning partner, and that's it. I would like him to give me some feedback without telling him what my personalized question is. And that is a trap, okay? So, what are we going to do? Today is very important. Now, do not look down on the first set of artifacts you are supposed to submit by the end of this weekend. It's the beginning, actually, of helping you to understand the nature of a research assignment. Normally, when you go higher in your college study, your professors is going to ask you, well, give me a topic of interest that you want to do, and go through the process that we are going to require you to go through and produce somewhat like a term paper, or sometimes a mini term paper. This is one. So, may I just share with you, this is a research assignment. It's not the kind of mechanical exercise. How are we going to understand it? Let's start with this research assignment.
Hey there. Welcome to University College Library's Information Literacy Module Series. In this module, you will learn the basics about acquiring the information literacy skills needed to deal with the research papers and assignments that will be a big part of your academic career here at Mercy, regardless of your major. First off, what is this information literacy business? Glad you asked. Information literacy is the ability to recognize, locate, use, and attribute valid and credible information sources, including books, journals, magazine and newspaper articles, and an ever-growing variety of multimedia sources. In this module, you will learn the importance of understanding your assignment, choosing a topic that fits the assignment, narrowing or expanding your topic, creating a topic sentence, and determining what kind and how much information you will need. Research assignments can vary depending upon your class and your professor. Well, let's say you've been assigned a 4 to 6 page research paper requiring 2 outside sources using either the APA or MLA citation styles. What does that mean? Well, it's like this. A research paper or project usually means you need to construct an argument or take a position, make a case for your chosen topic. To support your argument, you'll need to find and use outside sources of information. An outside source is any information that is not included in your course text or class readings. When searching for information to support your argument, it is very important that you select what we call authoritative sources, sources that have credibility and validity. This is where things can get tricky because there is so much information available to you these days, especially on the internet. It's becoming more and more difficult to determine not only what is credible and what is bogus, but even where to start. Not knowing where to go or what to do can become very frustrating very fast, leading to that dreaded modern malady known as information overload and you don't want to go there. Let your librarians help you. Before going any further into this, it's very important you understand the assignment and what your professor expects of you. If you are uncertain or unclear on any part of what's expected here, including how much time you have, get with your prof before pushing on, okay? All right, so we've got this 4 to 6 page paper to deal with. Where do you even start with this piece? A couple of points to consider when getting started. Always try to choose a topic that interests you. Whenever possible, choose a topic that is related to your major. For the purposes of this example, let's say you have chosen the topic of bullying for your paper.
What are you looking at, butthead?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That guy. Okay, we've got to start. We've also got a big and broad topic. What to do? First, let's break it down. Brainstorm ideas on the topic. Throw some ideas in. Don't worry about whether good, bad, right, wrong, useful or not, completely ridiculous. Just throw down some thoughts that come to you when you think of bullying. Maybe bullying in the internet. Read about that a lot. Maybe bullying in social media, Facebook, etc. Wait, there's a word for that, isn't there? Yeah, cyberbullying. Okay, making progress. Maybe something on cyberbullying and social media. Sweet, now what? Remember that in a research paper, you are creating an argument, staking out and defending a position on your topic. So what's next? Try taking your idea and putting it into a single topic sentence. For ideas to help you, Google or other search engines can be a great source. Search engines, as we'll talk about more in subsequent modules, have limited use as sources for academic writing like this, but they're a great source of ideas and a good place to start. For example, let's take a quick look around Google for cyberbullying and social media. Well, looky here. Seems cyberbullying and social media has caused suicides. That's some serious stuff. What's being done about this? What can be done? What should be done? Wait, do you feel a topic sense coming on here? Maybe something like, what steps are being taken to prevent cyberbullying in social media? Dang, we're good. Okay, here's what we've got covered so far. You understand your research assignment, what's expected of you, and how much time you have to do it. You've kicked around some ideas and boiled it all down to a topic, sentence, or question from which you'll develop an argument that will be your paper. You need to go and get 2 credible sources you will use to support your argument. In our next module, you'll learn about the open and closed web and how to use library resources to get the best sources for your paper. Oh, and those citation styles your professor is requiring? Don't worry about that just yet.
Okay, you named your learning partner by the end of the 2nd week. This is the end of the 4th week. So you should have already spent time with your learning partner since last week with the peer discussion forum. Now the questions are, have you ever discussed or engaged your learning partner to nail down what his or her question is when he would like to present the report for this assignment? If not, make sure you grab your learning partner during or after this class to make sure that you know what he is doing. Because if you do not know what he or she is doing, you really cannot help in the discussions. Okay? Your learning partner is very important. You need his or her help, and he or she needs your help. Okay? So let's go for it. Suppose you now understand the questions that you're going to explore. You need data. You need what we call the informations, right? So where are you going to look for the informations? Let's go for the 2nd episode.
Hello, and welcome to the Mercy College Library's Information Literacy Module Series. In this module, you will learn the difference between search engines and databases, how to develop a search strategy for your research paper or project, how to access databases using the library website, and how to use database tools to refine and focus your search. Ready? Let's get started. Search engines are open web-based search tools such as Google, Yahoo, or Bing that help you locate information available on the World Wide Web. You're probably very familiar with those. Databases use the internet to search for information too, but use a restricted part of the web to store information that is off limits to search engines like Google. This portion of the web is sometimes referred to as the closed or dark web. Where search engines troll the free and open web where anyone can post anything, databases search a much more controlled environment of information that has been checked for validity and reliability, what we call authoritative sources. The authority of the sources you use to support your research paper or project is crucial. If you think of your project or paper as building a house, your sources are its foundation. If your foundation is strong, the house is solid. If your foundation is weak, your house may collapse. Before we jump in on databases, let's do a bit more preparation. Another difference between databases and search engines is how you communicate with them. Where Google can gobble up whole sentences of natural language queries, databases relate better to what we call keywords, the essential terms and what you're searching for. When first dealing with databases, this is maybe the most challenging difference from a search engine like Google. But here's the upside. As you get a handle on databases, you will find that using keywords is one of the tools you can use to give you much more relevant and focused results. Think about it. When was the last time a Google search returned less than a gazillion results? Our natural language Google search on cyberbullying, for example, returned 539,000 results. Yeah, that's right. Fast track to information overload and, well, let's just say
We cannot
you've got
handle
to get it real early to go through that many results. Let's look at our topic question. What steps are being taken to prevent cyberbullying in social media? All right, let's break this down. Good. Now let's take these keywords and plug them into a database to see what happens. Let's start with a reference database. If your professor says, no Wikipedia for your research project, not to worry. Your library's got you covered. So let's take a look at Credo Reference, a good reference database accessible from the library website, which you can reach from the Mercy College homepage, mercy.edu, then mouse over academics, scroll down to libraries, and that will take you to the library homepage. Then scroll down to the research column there in the center. Select Find Articles by Subject. This is a listing that's going to give you all of the databases by subject or your major. It helps you find which databases have strengths in a particular field. It also, off to the left, lists our most popular, our heavy hitters, which includes Credo Reference, the big reference database. So, let's take a look to see how our keywords may fare in a database like this. So, we click on Advanced Search, which is going to give us a few more options, and we put in cyberbullying up top, because that's our main keyword. Then in an exact phrase, we can enter 2 words or more, and you see there's social media, but also there's social media or social networking, which is actually something that might give us a few more options on the return. So let's go with that, see what happens. Click search, and not an overwhelming number of results, but we can get 9. And as you see there, we have cyberbullying, we have cyber internet offenses, cyber stalking. That looks interesting. And then scrolling back up here, off to the left, just to point out briefly, you'll see how the database tries to focus these articles into a way that makes them easier for you to determine what you want. Let's click on cyberbullying just to see what it gives us there, and you see it gives us a little sort of introduction to the article. If that looks interesting, you can click on the link to give you the complete text. Over on the right side, right here, you'll see a number of little tools that are with every article. It will give you an email option, a PDF option, a save option, a share option. Down at the bottom, these are the citation styles that you can choose. You see you have an option APA, MLA. So Credo will also fix you up that way as well. Credo Reference has given us a good start. Now let's check out one more database for a wider range of information sources. All right, now let's look at another database, a general purpose database, again accessible through the Mercy College homepage, mouse over academics, down to libraries. Then in the center column there, look for the second link, find articles by subject. Then the general listing off to the top left there. You see where we chose Credo last time. Now we're going to look at ProQuest All Collections.
We got this database.
This is a database,
and
actually
personal
it's
accounts.
16 databases in one, and can be a nice one-stop shop for your article search. As you see, we have our keywords laid out there and ready to go. We have cyberbullying up top. We have social media or social networking as we used before. This time we have them placed within quotation marks, which will tell the database only bring back those words exactly as they appear within the quotations. I'm going to click on the full text, which will give us just that, and I'm going to leave everything else off. Click search, let's see what happens. Well, 2,420 results, more than the 9 that Credo gave us, but less than the 569,000 that Google gave us. Also, you'll note over here on the right that ProQuest will bring back a number of different types of articles. And you see there the magazines, there are 118 magazines. I think I want to go there. I want to see what we have on these keywords in magazines that ProQuest found for us. So just scrolling down, looking for titles that may be interesting. And you see the keywords are highlighted there. Look at number 6. How to stop the bullies. Yes. Click on the title. It will bring you to the abstract page. The abstract is a summary of the article, which can be helpful. If that looks promising, then you can kind of scan the article there. You see there's the full text, and you can see where the highlighted keywords show up. If you prefer the PDF version, which will look more like a photocopy of the original, that's also available. And you see it has email, print, and the handy cite option. Click on that, and yes, ProQuest will cite that article in the style of choice. There's APA, there's MLA, whatever you want, you just tell it, it does it. You can also email yourself the article, which also offers you the opportunity to include at the bottom the citation in any particular style that you want. So, ProQuest will do this with every article. It's a very useful, very user-friendly database, and along with Credo, may be all you need for your project. If you find you need more help, check the supplementary sources available in Blackboard, or ask a Mercy College librarian for help. Okay, here's what we've covered in this module. We've learned about the basic differences between search engines and databases. We developed keywords from our topic question to focus our database search. We accessed and searched 2 databases through the library website to locate valid, authoritative outside sources for your research project. And we learned that additional information is available through the module companion site available through your Blackboard course or asking a Mercy College librarian. In our next module, we'll learn about how to credit your outside sources and how to avoid plagiarism, which is a big dark hole.
Here we go. May I invite each one of you now to get online using your mobile devices and go to the University of Macau website and get into the University of Macau library website and start looking for the database available from the University of Macau library, and use the keyword cyberbullying to look for a related article of your choice. And once you got it, go back to our Moodle website and go to this week's topic discussion forum. I have a thread there to collect your sources. Remember, when you give me the source in APA citation, please do it now, all right? Learn how to do it. I would like you to get online with your mobile devices, go to the University of Macau website, get into our library website, look for databases, and then when you got the databases, look for ProQuest, okay? ProQuest, and use the ProQuest database to search for the keyword cyberbullying, and then see how many results you got, and select 1 or 2 of those results you discover, and code it in APA style and put it back into the topic online discussion forum thread. This will be an exercise of at most 10 minutes, okay? Try to do it now. Make sure you have the experience of looking for related information. That is very important in this exercise. Okay? So make sure you got experience of using our library's databases. Very expensive. We spend millions of dollars per year for buying different electronic databases. So you have your devices, make sure you have the experience of going online, okay, to the University of Macau Library website, okay? I want you to use the keyword called cyberbullying to look for related sources. That's what many of you have gone through when you discover more related resources for your chosen topic. And you have identified your keywords, for example, information, privacy. Many of you have done something similar. But most of you, as I observed, have used search engine more than our library's databases. So I have to invite you to do a Postgres database search. It's very important when you do your journal because you are required to provide 2 extra sources that you discover on your own to add to the one single source to choose from underneath the questions. Remember that. So you should have already done this, but today's lesson pinpoint that specific things that you have to go through a process. All right. So it's very important. Did you find the library website? Do you know how to get into the databases from our library websites? Yes. Do you know? Look for resources on the library websites, okay? Look for resources. Yes, could I help you? Yeah. No, you don't just use the library's search here, you use the library databases. Okay, now that's a very good question. Go back to the library website, okay? You don't use the search catalog from our library, you use the database, okay? Yes. You're using the Postgres database, so go to P. Then look for Postgres, okay. Then Postgres, right? So your topic is cyberbullying, so it's most likely in sociology. Okay. And then type in cyberbullying, okay? And see how many entries you get. Learn how to use databases, okay? Yes, can you get it? Yes? Yes, that's good. Yeah. You are looking for a database with the name Postgres, okay? Postgres, so it starts with the letter P. So you go back up. Okay, you go to, go to the front page of the databases. There is a quick letter list. Okay, go back to databases, okay? Yes. Anyone, just take it, okay? So that means you have to go to P, all right? So go for a specific P word. Yes, type in P, Postgres. Type in Postgres. Yes. Make sure you have the experience of doing that, because at the University of Macau, we buy a lot of such databases for different disciplines, okay? Yes, very good, you got it. You got it. Okay, now, you got the details? No, you don't. Now let's say you go to resources. Okay, so you go to databases. Okay, here is supposed to be the database. Look at the number, the letter here, you go to P. Because you're looking for Postgres. Okay? Postgres. We still have many more different databases. Postgres is one, as you can see from the video here. Okay? Can you manage to find some references? No, Postgres starts with P. So go to here, click on P. Yeah. Yes, P, and then you can find Postgres. Postgres, the next one, yes, something like this, but your topic is most likely not here. Okay, type in cyberbullying. Type in cyberbullying. Okay. Yeah, let's see. What can I do? You are very close, because cyberbullying will mostly be found here. Okay, so you can into this database. Type in cyberbullying. Type here, and you can look for something of your choice. Yes. It's very important that you learn how to use it. After you have found some entries from Postgres, The next interesting question is you go to use one of your favorite search engine, okay? And use the favorite search engine to search something similar and compare the number of entries you discover, okay? It's very important. And of course, don't forget to code and put your findings in the discussion thread that I just posed, okay? The next one is to use the open web to search something similar. And you can find a lot of differences in the results, a particular number of results produced. Yes. Next thing you need to want to do is to use the open web. That means you use your favorite search engine. Very good. Many of you have already done the job. That means you're very good at managing information online, and nonetheless, you are the digital natives. Yeah. So I do not need to worry much about your ability here. Well, someone will use Google, someone will use Yahoo, someone will try .py, someone might try Metacrawler. Many search engines there. So then you just collect, and put into the discussion thread by clicking the button, reply, okay? Reply. Let's see if I got any. So make sure you share with the whole class to discovery on the Postgres database by clicking on the reply and copy and paste. Remember, cite the APA style, okay? There is always a button under the Postgres discovery that I want citations according to APA style, and then you just click on that. They'll give you a citations, and then what you need to do is to copy and paste it back here, okay? Try doing this, because that's very important. When you bring a mobile device in a library, this is how you capture the data, okay? Give you a couple more minutes, right? Today's class is what we call culminations on learning contract number 1 to make sure that you understand the nature of your assignment. It's a research-oriented assignment in which you have to use a lot of the information literacy skills, particularly looking up for information, sharing the information, citing information, and you need to help your learning partner to find the necessary information, the sources, okay? So try doing it. It's a very exciting and interesting job, all right? Let's see. Do you need help? This is when you respond to this, you just click reply, yes, and then copy and paste your findings into the reply. Okay, yes. Did you find something? Did you find something? Let's say, go to the library. Let's say you want to find something, right? Click on this. It is closest to the one. Then type something, search. Look at that. You got these 20 items found. So which one do you choose to be the one you want to use? Okay? Yes. You got it? Yes. Yes. You got it? Actually, when you go to the library, there's no choice. We try to apply that is also in the area of sociology. It's very good. You got it. You start learning how to curate information. Curate means you discover something good, you just capture it and put it in your sources, and also share that in your journals. And your partner can understand how to do it. Now, suppose you pick one, right? Suppose you pick one. You pick this one, okay? Okay, that's something like this. So what you need to do now is see that this is what my citation. You take on citations, you do something like this. What you need is, this is already by default APA style, okay? Just copy and paste this. Put it here. Control V. If this is the way it's done, you copy the source. And you can also copy more than just the citations. Look, you want the information from that article, right? So, can I show you something about this? Copy this. Watch. Okay. Go back and say something more. Copy and paste this. Make sure you understand how to curate information. So I know that we at least got some findings now. As you can see, yeah. So someone given the citations like this in APA style, and also given us the abstract of the paper. Yeah, it's a very quick way to get information, right? So it's very good. But then the next thing is you want to contrast the database information with the search engine. So you go to a typical search engine and search something similar, and you can share the same. Okay? All right? You have the experience of doing it at least. Now, your job, of course, when you got this information, your job is to sort them into OIA for discussion's convenience, so that you can engage your partner to discuss, for example, the topic of cyberbullying using this source, okay, and then you can share the abstract with your partner like this. It's just copy and paste, right? And then the rest is discussions between the two of you. Okay, so it's very important. And when you have to submit your discussion record, you just need to copy and paste the whole discussion record related to your topic, and you submit it in the form of Microsoft Word. You see the meaning of it, right? All right, so you can find any other articles like this. Okay, this is just one of this, okay? See if I got any other more. Yes, let's see. Yes, you see, expensive, I've given another one. Yeah, it's very good. There's more than one too. And the way you want to present your information to facilitate the discussions online is to structure them, to pinpoint the feedback your partner is supposed to give you, okay? And you do not create 100 items there that your partner cannot afford, okay? So make sure you understand how to make use of the forum. Now remember, your forum is a peer discussion forum, all right? So having said that, let's go to the last episodes. You need to learn the importance of the last episodes. That is called, you need to learn the important step of avoiding plagiarisms, okay?
Hello, and welcome to the Mercy College Library's Information Literacy Module Series. In this module, you will learn about plagiarism, what it is and how to avoid it, citations and bibliography, using and crediting outside sources in your own text,
Very important.
the ALA and MLA citation styles. Ready? Let's get started. What is plagiarism? Well, simply put, plagiarism is taking someone else's work and trying to pass it off as your own. Now, back in the day, the lines were more obvious. You took something that wasn't yours, it was stealing.
Do you realize what would happen if I hand in my homework in your handwriting? I'll get kicked out of school.
But in today's mashup culture, where sampling and sharing are commonplace, the lines have become much more blurred. In academic writing, though, using someone else's work without credit is still a no-no. A big no-no. A great, big, honking, ugly no-no. Plagiarism can get you busted in a number of ways, and none of them are good. Failing your paper, failing the class, put on academic probation, even expulsion from the college. In short, something to be avoided. As a rule of thumb, to stay safe, anything in your paper or project that had any help or support from an outside source, credit the source.
Correct.
Let's take a look at the most common instances of crediting outside sources in your research paper or project that you're likely to come across. For this, let's call upon the fine folks at Purdue University's Online Writing Lab, or OWL. See how it just credited a source there? Okay, let's look at in-text citations, paraphrasing, summary, and quotations. A word on these acronyms and citation styles, APA, MLA. What do those mean? Well, APA and MLA are two of the most popular citation styles you'll be working with. APA is the style of the American Psychological Association and is used primarily in the sciences. MLA is the style of the Modern Language Association and is used primarily in the arts and humanities. As your academic careers progress and you get further into your majors, you may encounter other more specialized styles, but APA and MLA are the two most common. So let's take a quick look at how the OWL site can help you sort of cut through some of this confusion of how to format certain in-text citations. If you're working in the APA style, as you see, just select APA and then scroll down here and you'll see that the OWL site not only tells you, but it shows you exactly how to lay out your short quotations, your long quotations, your summary or paraphrase. The nice thing about it is that you can just make yours look like this and you'll be fine.
It's an excellent
Working in
source.
MLA instead,
Okay.
not a problem. Just switch over to MLA style, then go to the formatting style guide, and then to MLA in text citations, and it will show you the same information, but it will give it to you in the MLA style. So again, very, very helpful site. But wait, there's more. In addition to all this citation stuff in the body of your paper or project, there's also the bibliography page that lists alphabetically the complete citations for all of the sources you've used in your paper or project. So again, the OWL site is one that can help you through this part of the process. If you're using MLA, the MLA bibliography is called a works cited page, and OWL has an entire works cited page worked up here for you, and it includes books, magazines, newspapers, journal articles, just about anything. DVDs are in there. Anything you can think of is going to be there, and it's all formatted correctly, of course. So it's called works cited. If you're using MLA, just go and make your page look like this. If it's APA you're doing, well, click over to the APA style, and the APA bibliography is called a reference page. As you can see, citing your sources correctly involves a lot of detail and can be more than a bit frustrating. After our quick review, I'll point you to some additional sources of information to help. But first, let's review what we've covered in this module. We learned about plagiarism, what it is and how to avoid it. We learned about the different styles of citations crediting your sources in the body of your research paper or project. We learned what APA and MLA mean, and and what subjects these styles generally apply to. We learned about your bibliography page that lists all of your sources alphabetically at the end of your paper or project. Ooh, that was a lot. Here are some additional sources that can help you with your citations and citation style. In addition to Purdue's OWL site, there are a number of style guide templates available on the open web. One being EasyBib, which is very popular and embedded in a number of databases, including Credo and ProQuest. Do keep in mind that if you use MLA, it's free. If you use APA, you gotta pay. So that is something to keep in mind, for which we recommend the Son of Citation Machine, which is free for both APA and MLA. So you see, you just select the style you want, APA, for example, and then what is it you're citing? A book, a web page, a journal, perhaps? Select that. Type in the information from the citation, and then Son of Citation Machine will set the style for you. Also in MLA as well. If you'd rather just talk to an actual human being, come on down to the library at any time and talk to a Mercy reference librarian. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next installment.
So you understand the importance of not committing the very serious crime at college, compile the results, okay? Makes you credit your sources by doing properly the citations inside the text of your writing, and also listing the references towards the end using APA style. Now, these are the minimum requirements, or better say, very important step for you to get used to this type of writing academic papers. All right, so much for today. First of all, I'm going to take attendance. Then I'm going to answer individual questions from you about assignments, okay? It's very important, and I'm glad that you care enough to ask questions, okay? Very good. Oh, by the way, I remember a small number of you have not yet been paired at this point, so maybe I'll deal with that after the attendance first. So, Takashi, are you here? Thank you. Johnson, thank you. Seaver, thank you. Austin, thank you. And then is Knight. Are you here, Knight? Knight is not here today. Edward, are you here? Thank you. And then is German. Thank you. Karina, thank you. And then Venus. Venus is not here today. Calvin, thank you. Abby, thank you. Dorothy, thank you. Espresso, thank you. Hira, thank you. Thank you very much. Sam, thank you. Fleming, thank you. Ian, thank you. Julia, thank you. Benjamin, thank you. Kiwi, thank you. Sophie, thank you. Maggie, thank you. Oscar, thank you. And then Billy is not here today, okay. Sunny, thank you. Okay, let's take attendance for the first page first. And then it's Mabel, thank you. Stanley, thank you. Katie, not here today, okay. Iris, thank you. Iris Lowe, thank you. And then Jackie, thank you. And then Joao, thank you. And then Joe, thank you. Eufaldo, thank you. Kilian, thank you. Thank you very much. And then Sophie, another Sophie. This Sophie is not here. Okay. So let's say the attendance. Now let me get back to the pairing, and then I will answer the individual questions from the students about the assignment. The pairing information is basically updated in the week number 3. Yes, pairing information here. So if you look at here, I will have Haishin, but he's not here today. It's not paired. And then, well, almost, very good. Almost done, everybody. Let's see if we got it done. Okay, Kaylee, she's not here today again. And then Joao, you're not paired yet. So I'm calling your name. And then Hand, she's not here today. Now, actually there are 3 more students who are not paired up yet, including you is 4. But 3 of them are not here, so you are left alone. Maybe under these circumstances, you're working on your own first this time. You got the journals, you got your report, you got the blog, okay? You can also produce your proposal. I will exclude you for the discussion forum detail and the meeting minutes, okay? All right. But I hope that starting with the second learning contract, because we're going to work in team, that means 2 pairs will come together. You find at least 1 team who's willing to accept you, okay? Thank you very much for your help. All right, so now I'm ready to answer individual questions from you. If you have a question, make sure you can raise your hand and I will help answer your question. Okay, who's go first? Okay, can I do this first? Yes, yes.
係
係啊，因為佢係嘅。嗰個最主要係睇通常你 citation 你使用將你撳呢個 citation 會俾個 citation， 你撳呢個人。你撳呢個 citation 差唔多。Oh, let me close the camera first. That's it for today's CISG113 Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. Until week number 5, stay tuned.